My name's Raymond Daniel, and I'm the records manager for the Larimer County District Attorney's Office. The number one growth that we have in our office is digital evidence coming into our office. The number one growth is body-worn cameras. Now with new legislation being passed through the state and at the federal level, every officer will have a body camera. If they don't today, they eventually will. But we need to get all of that evidence. So from about 2017 to current date, we've seen over a 400% increase now in digital evidence. So right now we have 400% increase, but I have 6 new agencies going to body-worn cameras in 2022. So that is another huge increase, and we can't ask for new FTEs to meet those needs, so we need to find technology solutions that solve that problem.
LEADS is the law enforcement digital evidence system. The Sheriff's Office and the DA's office in partnership recognized that we needed a way to pull digital media without having to do this as a manual process. So previously under the system, we would get a request from the DA's office and then we would kind of cross-reference that with everything that we were doing internally, find all of the associated digital media, download it, create file folders, and then manually transfer it to the DA's office. And truthfully, processing the request from the DA's office could take hours, if not days, just to download the mass amount of media that we had.
Well, now there's no need to do that because that's all been automated. So I work with the county IT team. There are IT that works on any of these big projects. So I think the 2 key people in this project, there's Brant Gluth. Brant understands how our systems work at that very minute level. And so he understood the need and the accuracy that needed to be built within this tool so we're not missing anything. Kyle is the other person over there who really did a lot of the building.
So we had a really great partnership with the Larimer County Sheriffs. There was an evidence technician there, Haley. So she was keeping a finger on the pulse on the evidence side and just kind of watching when the evidence would pull and when it wouldn't pull. And we had to work through all of that. We were basically meeting daily, talking about how the engine ran, what it should have done. Especially around the release time, we were checking it every day, meeting every day, and just kind of making sure that it was running according to plan.
The big thing is, with cases before all of this, one of the last things we would receive from law enforcement was digital evidence. So now our DAs can review the digital evidence much faster on cases. Either that new charges need to be endorsed, or maybe the case should be dismissed because it's not a great case, and that's in the best interest of justice as well.
And for us, it's been a huge cost savings and time savings because we've been able to reallocate the digital evidence staff to essentially focus on other duties.
This saves the county a lot of money because I was going to have to ask for new FTEs here in our office. Law enforcement was going to have to do the same thing. They were talking about adding new FTEs. Well, now neither of those agencies, neither ours or theirs, are having to do that. One of the biggest accomplishments with this is actually building awesome relationships with our law enforcement agencies here in Larimer County.
And so by creating the LEAD system that can translate to so many different evidence management systems that we use and other law enforcement agencies use, that will continue to kind of bridge the gap between the DA's office and the law enforcement agencies and get things in a timely manner to make sure everything's being processed for discovery and things of that nature.
We didn't go into it thinking that sheriffs were going to be the only agency that we'd be serving. We kind of went into it thinking that this would be a multi-agency application so that when we started building it, we weren't building ourselves into any kind of corners where we wouldn't be able to expand it.
Building that kind of give and take and making sure that they understand these systems is really important so that we have the best process and the best product at the end of the day.